Okay.
How often should you talk to your new BF?
Wait, let me be Lisa right now and say, what is
Your new BF.
considered new?
A few months.
Oh.
Like 3 months or less?
Yeah.
3 months or less? First couple months.
4 months or less, honestly. 5 months.
4.5 months, probably. Okay, so
Okay.
about
4.5 months.
the
Okay.
first few months.
So, listen, here's what happened.
Wait, I forgot
to
the
me.
question was.
How often should you talk?
Okay.
Should you
Okay.
talk? And this is just your own opinion, okay?
Yeah,
The
there's not like
only-
a right
listen,
thing for everyone.
The only boyfriend who actually officially made it official with me is now the father of my child. So I only have one real situation with this. Everyone else was a dud. But
Yeah, but what do you think?
so we are both like technically introverts, right? But every day I question how is he an introvert because
he
I
think he's
realize no, he's kind of.
Did you like explain to me?
in
He's
the
like,
middle.
yeah, I think.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I guess. But then sometimes I'm like, was that right? I don't know. So listen, I realize he has way more social capacity than I do. He also needs way less sleep, can be around people all freaking day. I don't ever know when he's like, I need alone time, or I'm taking a break, or like,
Does he know if he needs alone
I
time?
don't
Maybe he just
know.
doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't
Because that happened to me
know.
where I didn't like realize I would need alone time.
I don't know.
I
but
thought I never
so
needed it.
I was like going off of his meter. Like we just talked all the time and like,
can't
I
do
mean,
that.
not even talk, like hung out and stuff like every day. And finally I was like, I have no time to myself anymore. Cause I would be like working and I'd just go see him and then like go to bed. And I was like, I need nights alone. And like, I realized I need to like take the lead and ask for this. Cause this man will never ask for this. He doesn't need it. So in situations like that, I think you sometimes, if you're the one who needs more space, like you gotta ask for it.
so how often should you talk?
Talk
Yeah,
or
are we
see
saying,
each
Yeah,
other.
we're talking about talking.
Literally
Are we
talk.
talking text,
phone call, see
hang
each
out.
other?
Like how
Oh,
often should you talk?
I think you should talk every day, but I don't know if you
Okay.
should hang out every day.
Yeah. and here's another part of the question: how little can you talk to someone?
What's the minimum?
Yes, until it's like that's not it.
What?
Oh.
So
I
I'm
feel
saying,
like-
what's
how
your
often
minimum
should you talk
requirement?
versus
Minimum.
how much is like, because some people
I can
might be
tell
like,
you.
hey, like my boundary is I can only talk to you once a month, and maybe that's their thing. But
That
like,
is-
what's the minimum?
I feel like we
That's
should
not
say.
even a
I
friendship.
can
I can only see you once a month, whatever. So what's the minimum where it's like, in your opinion?
Okay.
Which could be different
Wait,
for
we
different
should say,
people.
Of
we
course
should
it
say
is.
the thing about attachment styles, like that'll help. I'm not going to say that much about it, but listen, I'll say a very general thing. Here's a really general thing without getting too into it, is people have different attachment styles, and a certain one is more, needs a lot more
Distant?
space, doesn't need as much connection with people. They can connect more like with themselves, feel safer with themselves, connect more with things like a game or a book or something, I don't know. They don't need as much one-on-one connection time with humans in the relationship. And normally these people get together. The other types, there's a couple types, I'm not going to get too much into it, but in general, other styles of attachment styles want a lot more connection, and they're normally the ones driving that part of the relationship. Like,
There's
let's
typically a
talk,
push-pull.
let's hang out, and the other person's like, need a little space. Like, they tend to need a little more than the other person. These two are, okay, you're in a different kind of almost category. These two are the space wanters generally more. Amy is that, but is more social in a
Amy's
way.
like middle of the road.
And
I will tell you what I think.
And I go back and forth, but
But in
tend
general,
to be.
you're more the aggressive.
I started as the space wanter,
yeah.
and then the other side came out once because Nick's like them. He's actually so similar to them. And then once
in a lot of weird
his
ways.
real sides came out, then I was like, oh, now I need
I
to
get that.
go to pursuing a little more. So I would say for me, the minimum is talking in the morning and the night.
But
And
what
not really
about
talking
like
in the day.
hanging out?
What you
Not
said
hanging out at
talking.
all, just talking in the morning and the
Ever?
night.
Yeah.
That's the minimum for one day.
Oh.
Yeah, what's
no,
your
I mean
question?
for
The
like,
minimum is you have
like
to talk
week,
every day.
month, whatever, like general.
Wait, are
how
you saying
often?
without seeing them?
Yeah, like hanging out, talking, like
Oh,
how
okay.
much
This is a whole
should
thing,
you
then.
communicate, see them, text them,
Okay,
whatever?
I have a good answer
What do you
for
think?
mine.
Because
Okay,
it's
okay.
confusing.
Let me just do
Wait,
a
you
quick
already said yours.
No, if this is a different question, I would say we need to talk a few times a day, even if it's short. Like, I need to check. I need to,
Like
a good
text?
morning. Yeah, if it's
Okay.
a text or a phone call, whatever, I need like a good morning. I need a little midday, hey, how's it going, whatever, and then I need a nighttime convo, okay? Like, I would like that. Unless I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed, I need a day off. If it's a normal day, I need to talk a few times a day.
You might need a day off.
Yeah.
A whole day? No morning or night?
In the beginning of the relationship, yeah.
I
was
can't
like,
relate.
I would tell Chad, I can't talk to you this weekend. And then by the end of the next day, I'd be like, can we go to the movies? So it never lasted, but I would feel like I can't talk for 4 days. Anyway, and then I would say minimum, I need to see this person like 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay.
Like,
Mine is similar. No.
Once a week, I guess, no, yeah, because once we're in a relationship.
I keep forgetting we're talking about the beginning. Okay.
Yeah, but you are in a relationship. Because if we're not in a relationship, I can see them once a week.
Okay,
but
in the beginning.
Once you're in, actually maybe 3 or 4
in the beginning, I did want to talk in the morning and night, but I don't want to feel like I'm being harassed. So I don't want like something really intense in the morning and the night. Just like, just a little
just
enough,
you know?
And then I remember I hang out with Nick a couple times a week.
Okay.
It was not every day. It was a couple times a week, and that was pretty good. Probably like 3, maybe 4, but sometimes 2.
Okay,
but
so
not
what
like,
do you think is the minimum?
The minimum was probably like 2, 1 maybe, probably not.
Wait, what? Per week?
Yeah.
Per day.
Wait, talking or hanging out? Talking or hanging out?
You're saying hanging out.
Yeah.
Hang out once or twice a week minimum. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say.
Laura,
I was 19 at the time, but that's all I got.
I'm taking a poll.
What are you doing with this information?
Okay.
What about
so
you?
I would say I tend to be on the, did I invite you to my barbecue? Because why are you off my grill? So, like, I don't want to be talking to you every second. Like, bro, I have a life to live.
But what's your minimum?
Like,
I don't think
no,
anyone
no.
wants every second, TBH.
My vibe, okay. I don't want to hang out with anybody. Well, I see you every day, so that's fine, but we don't hang out every day. But, like, I don't hang out with anybody on this earth every day. That's just too far.
Too much.
So, like, I would say what I like is, like, I think my vibe is, like, you text throughout the day, maybe every few hours or whatever, and then you hang out, like, 2 times a week. Because,
pretty
bro,
similar.
I'm a busy freaking woman that I have stuff to do. I have so
Amy
many
has a
friends.
million social plans.
So many
That's
social
true.
engagements. You can come to some social engagements, but like a night
No,
for
if you
you
include
alone
that-
and you alone.
But if
Amy
you
has a
include-
million social engagements, and she's helping a family member probably every
That's
day.
true.
With something.
That's
But wait, if you include bringing them along to a social engagement, is it more like 3 or 4
They could be
times
3
a
or
week?
4, yeah.
Because that's like seeing
But I'm
them.
saying
Yeah.
blocking out for you specifically, bro.
Like
right, but I
quality
feel like we're
time.
talking about more casual things too. Like,
And-
I saw you a few days ago,
Yeah.
even if we didn't have a deep hang.
Oh no, I'm thinking like we need to be talking for like 3 hours about the deepest things I can think
No,
about.
ma'am.
Lol.
I can only do that like twice, 3 times.
Right,
Yeah.
but if you also just saw them at a birthday party or something, is that okay?
Yeah.
That counts as like something a little different.
That's what I mean. Like,
That
okay,
wouldn't overwhelm me.
We had 2 deep hangs and 1 birthday party.
Without overwhelming.
If you're no.
no.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm definitely not against not speaking for a day. I think it's fine. I think
It's
it's
weird.
good.
It's weird to think about this because obviously when you're in the moment, you're not like, now we must hang out these 3
Yeah.
times. But I'm looking back and like, what did I do? And then you like find your patterns.
Yeah,
It's
how
kinda
did it
weird thinking
feel?
back because it's not like I was a robot going like, Catherine's like beep beep boop boop 3
Yeah.
times this week, whatever.
Because, like, bro.
I'm surprised at how long I lasted seeing Chad every day, though. It
I'm
was like
surprised.
several
I'm
months, and then I was
I'm
like,
surprised.
I suddenly realized this isn't working.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause-
funny.
Gotta take a break.
Mm.
But then we found our
Have a very
groove.
full life.
Am I supposed to say mine? Even
Yeah,
though I'm the
bro,
poll
'cause-
taker?
yeah.
Do you
Go
have
for
it?
it.
Do you
Well,
have one?
Even though you're the
see,
poltergeist?
I don't know. It's kind of confusing for me
Poll taker.
personally because I am very like need my space. I'm busy, an introvert. I get overwhelmed pretty easily. Definitely don't want to hang out every day. That sounds like my
know.
nightmare.
We
And
know.
in some relationships in my past, I've been like, I don't know why we need to text every day. Why you need to say good morning every day? Like, I don't want to talk every freaking day. But I think that was also a problem with the relationship.
That's
as
true.
well.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
I would
think
agree.
at this point, like, talking on the phone or like hanging out like 2 or 3 times a week is good for me.
Yeah.
And then like a little good morning so that I know they don't hate me,
Yeah. Gotta have that. You gotta know
like,
they don't
are you
hate you.
saying
I know.
daily?
Why is like
Yeah,
not
daily.
why is not saying good morning seriously a way
It's
of,
like,
of being like, by the way, I
You're
hate
breaking
you
up
now.
with me. Yeah. And like a little like, oh, how was your day moment, good night thing. But I don't really need to like text all day and like throughout the day and blah blah blah. If you just have like, oh, good morning, good night, and like hang out a few times, I think that's good. And like minimum, for me, honestly, I think minimum I could like either talk on the phone or hang out once a week, and that would be fine. But minimum.
Wow.
Less than that, it's like, do I
Wait,
know
and
you?
texting wise, are you saying your minimum could just be good morning and good night in a day?
Or like a little bit, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Because
pretty
I'm
true.
like, I am like so like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, thinking, planning ahead, you know.
She's a mogul.
While you were doing nothing.
sitting around doing these. Yes,
I was making moves.
Okay. So you have the next
From TikTok.
next
need
poll?
to. Someone
Okay,
send me
here's
a
the
link.
next poll. Okay, so as we know,
As
you
we
know,
go.
no one's perfect.
I am.
Everyone has-
100% I am.
Everyone has problems, and every relationship has problems. So how do you know in a new relationship if this other person's problems and your problems with them are just, well, everyone has problems, or if it's like, oh,
Time to
this
hit
is
the
a real
road,
problem?
Jack.
Because
is
everyone
really
has
hard.
problems.
This is so
How
funny.
do you know?
I was just thinking about
This
this
is
last
really
night.
hard.
I don't know why I was, but I was. So this is great.
You were
okay.
thinking, how do you know? in
No,
the
I was
beginning?
thinking. Okay, listen. I'm constantly thinking about what I'm going to teach Lily as soon as
Wait,
she's able to
I am
understand. it.
literally rehearsing
I was-
talks I'm going to give my
Oh, yeah.
Barrett
I
and
do that too.
I was giving
I
her
have
a
to.
speech. I was giving her a
I'm
speech
like, the
on.
way I'm going to talk to him about self-esteem, whatever I'm thinking about.
I
I'm
was
like,
giving
I'm
her a
gonna say
speech on
this.
drugs and alcohol in the grocery store parking lot. Yeah. I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh,
oh, I
I've
can't wait.
totally
Can't wait.
done
All right.
this.